Daily Broadside Day 413. There's a weird cadence there. That's what you got. Today, I'm leaving this morning to go to the mountains to see two of my 5 favorite bands of all time. What bands are those and what order are they? Let me tell you, since you asked. Number 1, Mastodon. The greatest band of all time. Prog metal and experimental thrash and everything you can think of just thrown into a blender, and it's just perfection. 3 singers, the greatest drummer in all of metal. Brent Hines, probably next to Hetfield, 2 of my favorite guitarists in the entirety of metal. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. So number 2, Metallica, for obvious reasons. They're just a huge influence in that world. And if you don't listen to Metallica, I don't understand you. I don't understand you at all. Number 3, Sepultura. Brazilian thrash has never been better. And although they broke up a long time ago, the original foursome, it's not the same as it was. I still think those first, 6, 7, whatever albums are just muy perfección. Of course, they're Portuguese. They speak Portuguese, so I don't know what muy perfección is in Portuguese. It's probably a close cognate, but I just spoke Spanish. Number 4, Lamb of God. Randy Blythe. If you've never read his book, even if you don't like metal, it's just so good. What an inspiring dude that does the right thing for the right reasons. Just a stand-up guy. And God, that stuff is just brutal. It's a brutal onslaught of the sensory. What do you call it? The sense. I don't know what I'm talking about. And number 5, Gojira, a French metal band who I discovered on Pandora years ago and I love to this day. So I'm going to see Gojira and Mastodon along with Lorna Shore. And I've seen them now. This will be my 3rd time in the last 4 years. And the shows just keep getting better. It's going to be awesome. And here's the exciting part. Me and my buddy Teeter have got backstage pass, meet and greet VIP. So we're going to get to meet the band, and I've got all my questions prepared. They're probably not ready for somebody like me because I have questions. Not like, some cheesy, stupid crap. I have, technical questions about how they record things and what they do and all this. They're going to be like, what is this dude? What is wrong with him? Anyway, I say that to say this. Last night, I got a little bored and stumbled across deciding to watch A Man Named Otto, mostly because I had seen the opening, what turned out to be the opening scene where he buys 5 feet of rope and only wants to pay for 5 and they charge you for 6 and all this. And I was like, what is this dude all pissed off about? And here's what I thought about this. If you haven't seen it, it's not a bad movie. It's a little predictable about 3/4 of the way through. You start going, oh, he's going to die. He's going to give everything to them and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, sorry if I spoiled it, but I'm not afraid of spoilers in life. They don't intimidate me. Spoil all you want. Let me know what's going to happen. But here's what I thought. I thought, well, man, this ain't Michigan. This is Pennsylvania, but it's pretty much Gran Torino without all the, anger. And what were those? I guess they were Vietnamese that lived next door to him. And these are Hispanics that live across from him. So it's a little different there. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you were to create, this is the first thing I thought of, the first 10, 15 minutes. I was like, man, if you created a drinking game, every time Tom Hanks grunts or does one of those, whatever you call that, every time you do a shot, I swear to you, you'd be sloshed and you'd be completely tanked in 8 minutes. Because that's all he does in the first half hour is just grunt. He's just a grunter. Very grunty-like. So, yeah. But it was an interesting movie, I suppose. A little bit of suicide running through it. So if you're a little averse to suicide, there's a few of those attempts in there. It's kind of weird. It is weird, too. If Tom Hanks later takes his own life, like Robin Williams, just out of the blue, you're like, who? He did what? It's going to be kind of awkward watching that movie because he tries to kill himself 4 times different ways. And then, he did it, especially if he does it in one of the ways that he tries in the movie. I just think that would be kind of strange. And I wonder if he'll think of that before he takes his own life. Tom's going to be in the garage with a, hose going through the back of his car. And he's like, I shouldn't do this. I did this in the movie. I should probably find a different way. Maybe coffee and pills. But anyway, Tom Hanks probably not going to kill himself. I don't think Rita would allow it. They're probably too inseparable for him to have enough time alone to do it. And what's up with Greyhound buses? Why is the bathroom always on the left when you go to the back? Like, you never see the bathroom on the other side. And I've taken cars completely down to the frame and rebuilt them and whatnot. So I understand, you know, I've never put a Detroit diesel in a Greyhound bus, but I understand how all that stuff works. It makes perfect sense to me. But I don't understand. I mean, I get it from, you know, like one line to another. Like if one manufacturer says, hey, we'll put it back there, everything will be made for it. But why does every other bus manufacturer do it? I would come out with sausage lines. It would be a bus line, and it would say on the side, our toilets are on the right. That would be like my slogan. You know, y'all have a Greyhound, silly looking dog. I've been to a Greyhound track in Tennessee when I was a kid, and I wanted to bet so bad, but that was like 9. I don't know why my parents took me to a Greyhound track. But anyway, Greyhound, silly. I would just have like a toilet, and it would say, our toilets are on the right. Come fly with us. Except I wouldn't say fly, I'd say ride, because it's not a plane. Giddy up! Drink up.